Finals in 3 of the last 4 seasons. Still remains to be seen what's going to happen this season as they will participate in the first play-in tournament in NBA history. Russell Westbrook, the Brody, season averages 22, 11, and 11, 38th triple-double, third highest in NBA history. Closed the season with 36 consecutive double-doubles. Now Russ, in his own words, on the Wizards' success.
I've always had the utmost confidence in everybody in the locker room, and always try to find ways to battle the storm or weather the storm. And you got to give credit to our coach, number one, because he done an amazing job of making adjustments on the fly. And a lot of times that the players get all the recognition, but Scotty does a hell of a job. Has done a hell of a job of just being consistent and finding ways to make us better, along with the coaching staff as well. A lot of guys step up, a lot of great things along the way, to kind of get us back into this point where nobody, thought we'd be here.
That's the Brody. You see him on the screen right now. Coach, there's nothing but the Brody and the Big O on that screen. Shouts out to Wilt as well, who was clearly in a class of his own when it comes to putting up numbers. But most triple-doubles in a season, you see the top 4. Very select company when you're talking about Russell Westbrook. So, play-in tournament. This is the 7-8 matchup. This is a double elimination situation with the 7 and the 8, the play-in tournament. I'm calling it the pit for short. So if you hear me referencing that, that's what I'm talking about. When we see Russell Westbrook, we know that his career has been, over the last couple of seasons, hasn't ended well in the postseason, being eliminated early. So how much is riding on Russ in this play-in situation?
Well, it's a lot. Well, first of all, I'm not going to say it defines his career. When you look at what Russ has done, he's a winning basketball player, and we forget that, this OKC team was up 3-1 with a chance to go to the NBA Finals and close out Golden State, just couldn't get it done. So when you look at Russ, man, it's kind of weird because you look at all the numbers that he's put up, he really hadn't got the recognition for how great a player he is. Look, I don't think this playoff series is going to define this team because of how they started the season and where they are, and the fact that they're playing a legendary team in the Boston Celtics. But that being said, if they can beat the Celtics in this game, which I think they should, especially with no Jaylen Brown and the way Russ and Bradley Beal has been playing, then it's going to elevate his stature because people understand. You look at that average of triple-double, people were starting to say that Russ triple-doubles didn't matter. It didn't equate to winning. And it just blew my mind because you give me a guy, and Scott Brooks says this all the time, you give me a guy that can average a triple-double, I'll figure out a way to use him and win basketball games. And if you look at this team, once Russ got healthy and some of the other players got healthy, look how they started playing. And if you're the Boston Celtics right now, how do you defend these two guys? One guy giving you a triple-double with 20 points a night, and the other guy's the second leading scorer in the league at 30 points a game. How do you slow these guys down? And, oh, by the way, they got some other guys that can stand out there and just knock down shots if you kill these guys. And if you look at this Celtics team this year, they have not been the Celtics that you talked about in that chart. 3 Eastern Conference final appearance in 4 years. I don't see that because of the lack of defense and the fact that, look, Jayson Tatum has been up and down this year. His shooting percentage hasn't been what you would like it to be. And the fact that they don't have Jaylen Brown now, Ro, it's going to be amazing. How they're going to win this game with a weakened bench, no Jaylen Brown. This is going to be one of the toughest games the Celtics have ever faced under Brad Stevens. They can win it, but it's going to be tough to beat this Washington team the way they're playing.
Jayson Tatum right now, one of the 3 players this season that has scored 50 or more than once. Him, Bradley Beal, Steph Curry, so in good company. We can't wait to see what happens. Those 2 St. Louis boys going at it in the play-in, or the pit, as I'm calling. In each conference into a pit to figure it out for the playoffs. That pit, PIT, is called the play-in tournament. 8 teams, 6 games for the final 4 spots. Win the play-in to get into the playoffs. And with that said, NBA fans, what's good? You are now rocking with the best. Ro Parrish here in Studio B, here to engage, enlighten, and entertain with the Coach of the Year, Sam Mitchell. And this is Playoff Central Live. We are ready to go. We're feeling good. And, baby, of course, you know we're looking good, Sam. Always sharp as always.
You see this smile on my face?
Yes.
You know what, Ro? I was not quite sold in on this play-in situation.
Really?
I like it. As it's drawn out and drawn close, and you look at the matchups and you look at the ramifications, I'm starting to not just like it but love it because it just keeps building the suspense. I've never been this excited for the playoffs to start. It starts Wednesday, and I can't wait because Just think about this. We're going to have LeBron James and Steph Curry in a one-game playoff for the winner to move on and the loser to go home.
Well, listen, contain that excitement. I want you to pace yourself for this show right here because we got to start things off talking about the man you mentioned, LeBron. If you were watching Sunday night, you saw that he tweaked that ankle. So the four-time MVP who had already missed double-digit games re-aggravated the ankle, tweaking it Sunday night in the Big Easy. He went down. He did get up. However, he did not return to the game, as you see on the spin. LeBron, after the game, gave us an update and let us know what was going on with his ankle.
Frank said that it seemed like the ankle was okay after that, what looked like a tweak. Just wanted to get your perspective on it with about, 6 minutes left?
No, that's exactly what it was. It was a tweak. I stepped on Alexander's foot on the way down after that last layup. But I'll be fine. We're playing versus, in my opinion, the MVP of our league this year, and Steph. So everybody counting him out this year. Everybody saying that, now that Klay is hurt, can Steph lead a team on his own? What is he going to be able to do? Can he carry a team on his own? Can he carry a team into the postseason? Can he keep a team afloat? He's done that and more.
Oh, yeah, he has. Might give you 30 like the jersey that Curry collects. He balled out on Sunday. 46 points, his 11th 40-point game of the season. Steph leading the NBA in scoring, doing it all types of ways. You never know because Steph doesn't play. And you know what? He's balling. But the Warriors, they're playing well as Steph. And, of course, we had to hear from the babyface assassin.
The patience and the perseverance through this season with a lot of new faces, a lot of young guys, a lot of injuries, a lot of different rotations, different lineups. I'm proud of the way that we've led this charge and set a standard of, what winning basketball is, but also, the understanding that it looks totally different than it used to, but at the end of the day, when games like these come around, that we're prepared for it.
Steph right now is on another level like ASAP Ferg. We're going to talk about Steph momentarily. Let's focus on LeBron and the Lakers right now. So Coach, you talked about how excited you were. But Lakers Nation, how concerned should they be right now?
Better be concerned. Look, I think LeBron is going to be okay. I've had high ankle sprains. You have, Ro. Look, they're annoying, but you can get through it with rest, with proper treatment. You can get through it as long as the games are spaced out a little bit every other day and you can get that treatment. He can get through it. The thing is, though, it's one game. And the problem is if LeBron tweaks that ankle again, if AD gets hurt, if any significant player on either team gets hurt, it can be detrimental to your team. And so it's not just important that you go in as healthy as possible. It's how you play. With that one game, think about this. The NBA has never had a scenario where a game 7, but you've played 6 games to get to that point. It's one and done like the NCAA tournament. Now with the Lakers and Golden State, the loser will get another chance. But still, look at the pressure. And do you want to have to play another game? That's 2 games to get into the playoffs, and then you have to start the playoffs. That's a lot for this Laker team that need to rest, because when they're resting and healthy, we know how exciting and how good they are.
We do know how good they are. We witnessed that last season. However, this is a different team when you look at the mileage that's on the team, the short amount of rest that the Lakers had in the abbreviated offseason. So we just discussed LeBron, but then what about AD, who's also been nicked up all season?
Look, man, the way he played the last 2 weeks of the season, he played like he did in the bubble. And that's why people are so excited about this Laker team. Look, regardless that they're in the play-in, if Anthony Davis has played the way he's played the last 2 weeks,